Hello everybody and welcome to this video here. First of all, I'm going to go briefly about this camera here, which I've been very excited about today. My name's Nick C here. Welcome to, yes, you'll be fascinating to know, it's time stamped on the screen and you can see the time along the way as well. Very old fashioned camera stylish of myself here where I was brought up, but of course, yeah, that's how I like to view my videos sometimes. But yeah, if you notice that on Touring with Nick C, where of course you've got mostly things are time stamped and sometimes it tells you where the location is as well. But anyway, yeah, I'm talking on one of these radio receivers here, and I've just noticed I need a longer wire for the receiver to stretch away from the camera itself. So yeah, in brief details, this is what the camera that I've been very excited to be able to try today. And of course I'm looking at it very much now. And first of all, it comes with a remote control here. Very quickly I'll go through the steps of it here. You can zoom in, basic tools here. Of course minus is coming out, and of course what is known as T going forward, which is zooming in. So I'm able to control it with the remote control. That's not remotely funny, is it? Probably means reversely funny. I don't know. Don't really understand remotely funny. Does anyone know what that means? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, anyway, this is me being zoomed up here, and it's got T for zoom in and W for zoom out. What that means, I don't know. TV and I don't know, Wi-Fi. No, it probably doesn't mean anything like that. But no, I've just noticed, of course, always use a longer wire to actually use the radio mics because it interferes with the camera. That's something that I've noticed today that I didn't even not know that before. Well, I did know it today, but I didn't know it then a while back. But anyway, another thing that I've learned today is I did not know this either, that the battery, of course I'll very quickly tell you because I put it away for now, actually works on my old 4K camera, which looks very much like this. Okay, you can see it for yourself. It does say 4K, at least it actually reads it, not in reverse mode. But yeah, it's quite a unique camera, isn't it? But when I say unique, it's different to this one because this is more advanced, but this is going back in time. But if I place this underneath here, it does actually work, and it does actually fire the camera up. Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that, but there you go. And you can put your memory card in this one as well. But I'm now going to take that out and use it as a spare. It's primarily for this camera. I don't know whether it's just as safe to use it in an old camera. If it fits in that, so be it. If it doesn't, then of course it's just unlucky. But it's just lucky enough that I found a modern camera which is a 5K, yes, 5K ultra high definition camera, which is a lot clearer than the previous 4K. Obviously it goes up in quality, but I don't think it matters what quality you have, as long as you have a really good video on it. You can use the oldest tape video cameras and they probably produce some good results as well. So if you do happen to have one of those that do work, do use them. But the only thing is you can't really connect them to the computer, can you, unless you have a DVD kind of one. But you know, those were the next ones up from the tape ones, which was the 8mm ones or whatever the small ones were, and you could get these big cameras with big VHS videos. I bet there's some people that do have those kind of cameras. I'd love to actually have owned one of those many years ago, but they probably cost a lot less now, and if you can get one these days, they are rare. But I think eBay is the best solution for that one because people practically give them away now. But anyway, just quickly on the what you call a rodent mic. Is it a Rode mic? I think it is something very similar, but this is a small Rode kind of mic here, which is known as a condenser mic. God knows why it's called a condenser. It probably means it picks up very good quality sound. Okay, I must try this when I attach it to the actual camera itself, because at the moment I'm using the radio mic, of course, but of course it's not one that came with the camera. I had to buy this separately, this little thing here, and there's lots of people that use this and don't really tell you much about it. God knows why. Is it because they don't want you to know about it? But you'll only get to know about it here on this channel if you're thinking of setting up anything like that. So a little bit of a tip that you will not get anywhere else. But yeah, it does come with a battery, which I'm trying to charge now. So yeah, this camera of 5K ultra high definition. But yeah, this microphone will be attached to and the only way it could work by attaching it to the camera. On top of the camera, it'll go something like that, but you can't really see it at the moment. But of course, yeah, it does switch on, and the one to switch it on, because it's off at the moment, I'm not going to waste the battery on it because it's a lithium circle type of battery. Okay, and you switch it on, and you should get this light here that will switch it on, and it's supposed to be a stereo kind of mic, which is good news. So if you wanted to pick up the sound of the birds in the surround sound, then maybe it should do its job now. I think this camera was well worth it for the money I pay for on the internet. But yeah, who says internet's always bad? Sometimes it's the good that always comes out of the bad, as they say. So anyway, that said, yeah, pretty good mic, and I believe it's got a DC-5V on it. The actual camera, the 5K one that's working right now, hopefully it'll stay to work for many of years, and many years of happiness. HDV-265K. So that's the model number. I'll repeat that once more. HDV-265K. And yes, it's come from the same area. I believe that they make Sony ones as well. I don't know if it's the same country for that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Japanese do Sony more than China. But of course, yeah, I've just given it away. Yeah, you've got it once, and you've got it as a whole. It was made in China, this camera here, but they probably sell them in the UK. I don't think the UK could come up with anything as quality as this. I wish that UK one day could become intelligent like that, but they don't seem to be these days. But one day, hopefully, they will. But like I say, that's where both of those cameras have come from, the 5K one and the 4K one that I had before. So I showed you a little bit of that, and maybe on another video I will show you, of course, the other camera as well, which I've got here. And of course you can use these little digiphones as well. But my battery, it has completely died. Never mind. Crap happens, doesn't it? But yeah, completely blank. I do apologise about that, but yeah, it's not all my fault, is it? But anyway, it's now time to cross over. Yes, you've guessed it. Before I use any more battery of this, I'm going to zoom up on a T90. No, that's not quite true, is it? So yeah, I don't know why it says 2.7K30. I don't know what that means on the camera screen right now. It's got its camera up on the screen here, which you can't see, by the way, but you can see the time stamp here, which is there, and the date here, which is on a Monday. It doesn't say that, by the way. And it's got EV 0.0 and auto something. I don't know what that means, but anyhow, thank you very much for watching, and it's now time to switch over to the UCB, which is United Christian Broadcasters. Let's have a read of this wonderful segment of piece of writing here, which is Monday the 26th of January 2026. The healing ministry of the New Testament church, which is the main headline of this one, and the sub-headline is "And they were all healed," Acts 5-16, NKJV. Now, before Jesus left this earth, he told his disciples, "The works that I do, you will do also." John 14 verse 12, NKJV. And they did. Though the hands of the apostles, many signs and wonders were done, so that they brought the sick out into the streets, that at least the shadow of Peter passing by might fall on some of them. Also, a multitude gathered from the surrounding cities to Jerusalem, bringing sick people, and they were all healed. Acts 5 verse 12, 15-26, NKJV. Someone might say, "Oh, that was the only beginning of Acts, for the purpose of confirming their word regarding Christ's resurrection." Then let's turn to the last chapter in the book of Acts and read what was happening in the church 30 years later. And this is what was happening. In that region, there was an estate of the leading citizen, or citizen actually is the right word, of the island, whose name was Publius, who received us and entertained us courteously for 3 days. And it happened that the father of the Publius lay sick of a fever and dysentery. Paul went into him and prayed, and he laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, the rest of those on the island who had diseases also came and were healed. And this is from Acts 28, 7-9, NKJV. The New Testament church was following one of the last instructions Jesus gave his apostles before returning to heaven. Go into the world and preach the gospel to every creature, and these signs will follow those who believe in my name, and they will lay hands on the sick and they will recover. Mark chapter 16-15, verse 17-18, NKJV. That means you can pray in faith and believe God for healing. And that's the end of the healing ministry of the New Testament church. And they were all healed. Monday the 26th of January 2026. What a special timestamp that is. And it says it here without the Monday bit on the screens at home. Getting a little bit old fashioned with my time stamping and date stamping, whatever you like to call it. But of course, from this 5K ultra high definition camera and myself, Nick C, thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time, take care of yourselves and most importantly each other, and I'll be back before you can say the words. As usual, I'll be back already, and we'll hope to keep pushing that community spirit for you. Until next time, cheerio!